Henry was
Wonderful.
horrid. Everyone said so, even his mother. Henry threw food, Henry snatched, Henry pushed and shoved and pinched. Even his teddy avoided him when possible. His parents despaired. "What are we going to do about that horrid boy?" sighed Mum. "How did two people as nice as us have such a horrid child?" sighed Dad. When Horrid Henry's parents took Henry to school, they walked behind him and pretended he was not theirs. Children pointed at Henry and whispered to their parents, "That's Horrid Henry. He's the boy who threw my jacket in the mud. He's the boy who squashed Billy's beetle. He's the boy who—"
He killed 27 children and crippled 5.
Horrid Henry was sure to have done it. Horrid Henry had a younger brother. His name was Perfect Peter. Perfect Peter always said please and thank you. Perfect Peter loved vegetables. Perfect Peter always used a hanky and never, ever picked his nose. "Why can't you be perfect like Peter?" said Henry's mum every day. As usual, Henry pretended not to hear. He continued melting Peter's crayons on the radiator. But Horrid Henry started to think. "What if I were perfect?" thought Henry. "I wonder what would happen." When Henry woke the next morning, he didn't wake Peter by pouring blood on Peter's head. Peter didn't scream. This meant Henry's parents overslept and Henry and Peter were late for Cubs. Henry was very happy. Peter was very sad to be late for Cubs. But because he was perfect, Peter did not whine or complain. On the way to Cubs, Henry did not squabble with Peter over who sat in front. He'd pinch Peter and he'd shove Peter. Back home, when Perfect Peter built a castle, Henry did not knock it down. Instead,
Mom! Henry's big horrid! Look what Henry did!
Don't be horrid, Henry. Just look at Peter's face. This time you have gone too far, Henry. You stay in here until I say you can come out.
But I'm going to miss Mutant Max! This is all the world's fault! It's not fair! I'm gonna get it! Dad, how long will Henry have to stay in this room?
Ask your mother.
I need to perform the ritual. The Dark Lord needs his soul. The evil power will be mine. World domination!
Now I'm ready to wreak my revenge. Well, as soon as they let me out of my room. Uh-oh. If they see this, I'll be stuck in here forever. Luckily, no one comes in here unless the music's too loud.
"What are you doing, Henry?" said Dad. "Reading a wonderful story about some super mice," said Henry. Dad had never seen Henry read a book before. He checked to see if a comic was hidden inside. There was no comic.
Henry is reading a satanic Bible.
Henry,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Goofy.
murder!
Goofy, shut the fuck up.
I love murder!
Why? Goofy.
The demons taught me to. Peter.
Call the police.
Said
Dad.
angry. So Peter called the police. Later, the police
Arrived.
to arrested
Horrid.
Henry.
Control, this is Agent Ogren. I need a request to open up cell 311. Copy that. Hey, they've got some work for you. Do me a favor and step out of your cell.
I won't! I want to stay up!
What are you, stupid or something? I said step out of the cell. If you don't step out of the cell, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I want chocolate mousse!
You have got to be the dumbest test subject we've ever had. Oh well, shut the doors and open the gas valves.
It's not fair!
Detonating the Alpha warheads in T-minus 90 seconds. All personnel are advised to board the nearest helicopter or enter the nearest blast shelter immediately.